Oma approached Somto, her hand extended in wonder. The dragon's scales glistened like gold in the dim light, and its eyes burned with an inner fire. As she touched its nose, a surge of energy flowed through her, and visions flooded her mind. She saw her parents, King Odogwu and Queen Ugogbe, standing proudly beside Somto. She saw herself as a child, playing with the dragon, laughing and carefree. And she saw her uncles, Prince Odili and Prince Dim, their faces twisted with jealousy and ambition. In a kingdom of Umuoda nestled in the heart of a lush forest, where ancient trees whispered secrets to the wind, and the sun dipped into the horizon like a paintbrush stroke of gold, there lived a young princess named Oma. Princess Oma lay in her bed, fast asleep. She was a half-dragon, the daughter of King Odogwu and Queen Ugogbe. Her parents ruled the kingdom with kindness and wisdom, loved by their subjects. The kingdom was known for its lush green forest, sparkling rivers, and rolling hills. Umuoda was a place of peace and prosperity, where dragons and humans lived in harmony. As Oma slept, her parents prepared for a grand celebration in the Great Hall. The kingdom was to commemorate the 20th anniversary of King Odogwu and Queen Ugogbe's reign. The king and queen were beloved, and their subjects gathered to honor their wisdom and leadership. But amidst the joy and laughter, a sinister plot unfolded. Prince Odili and Prince Dim, Oma's uncles, grew increasingly resentful of their brother's success. They coveted the throne and sought to claim it for themselves. As the night wore on, their anger and jealousy boiled over into action. With swords drawn, Prince Odili and Prince Dim crept into the castle, their footsteps silent on the stone floors. They made their way to the king's chambers, where they found King Odogwu and Queen Ugogbe preparing for the celebration. The princes attacked without mercy, striking down their brother and sister-in-law. The king and queen fell, their bodies lifeless on the cold stone floor. The castle erupted into chaos as the prince's treachery became known. Oma, still asleep, was unaware of the horror that had unfolded. But her life was about to change. Oma's peaceful slumber was shattered by the sound of screams and clashing steel. She woke with a start, her heart racing with fear. Confused and disoriented, she threw off her covers and rushed to the door. As she flung it open, a servant burst in, her face pale and terrified. "Princess, you must flee. Your uncles, they've killed the king and queen," the servant cried, pulling Oma towards the hidden passageway behind the tapestry. Oma's mind reeled as she stumbled through the dark corridor, the servant's words echoing in her mind. She couldn't comprehend the horror that had unfolded. Her parents, dead. It couldn't be true. The passageway twisted and turned, leading Oma deeper into the castle's depths. She heard the sound of swords clashing, the shouts of her uncle's soldiers, and the screams of her people. Fear and panic drove her forward, her heart heavy with grief. As she ran, the passageway narrowed, and the air grew colder. Oma's breath came in ragged gasps, her lungs burning. Suddenly, the walls gave way to a vast cavern, and she stumbled into the open space. A magnificent golden dragon lay before her, its eyes gleaming in the dim light. Somto, the ancient dragon, regarded her with a wise and gentle gaze. Oma felt a strange sense of calm wash over her, as if the dragon's presence soothed her troubled soul. "Somto," she whispered, her voice barely audible. The dragon inclined its great head, and Oma felt a surge of understanding. Somto knew her heart and her destiny. In that moment, Oma realized she was not alone, and that Somto would guide her through the darkness that had consumed her kingdom. Oma approached Somto, her hand extended in wonder. The dragon's scales glistened like gold in the dim light, and its eyes burned with an inner fire. As she touched its nose, a surge of energy flowed through her, and visions flooded her mind. She saw her parents, King Odogwu, and Queen Ugogbe, standing proudly beside Somto. She saw herself as a child, playing with the dragon, laughing and carefree. And she saw her uncles, Prince Odili and Prince Dim, their faces twisted with jealousy and ambition. Somto spoke to her in a voice that echoed in her mind. "Princess, you are in grave danger. Your uncles seek to claim the throne, but you possess a power that can stop them." Oma was perplexed, unaware of any special abilities she had. Somto revealed that she was a half-dragon, and her dragon blood held the key to restoring peace to Umuoda. As the visions faded, Oma felt a strange sensation coursing through her veins. Her heart raced, and her senses grew sharper. She looked down at her hands, and they seemed to glow with a faint golden light. Somto nudged her gently. "Your dragon powers are awakening, princess. Embrace them, and you shall reclaim your rightful place on the throne." Oma's mind reeled as she grasped the truth. She was not just a princess but a half-dragon, with the power to shape her own destiny. With Somto by her side, she felt a sense of purpose and determination she had never known before. Somto led Oma to a hidden chamber deep within the dragon's lair. The walls were adorned with ancient artifacts and mysterious scrolls. Oma's eyes widened as she realized the significance of the treasures before her. "This is the chamber of the ancients," Somto said, his voice filled with reverence. "Here lies the knowledge of our past and the secrets of our future." Oma approached a large stone pedestal, where an ancient scroll lay unfurled. The scroll depicted a dragon and a princess, their destinies intertwined. "What is this?" Oma asked, her fingers tracing the intricate drawings. "It is the prophecy of the dragon princess," Somto replied, his eyes gleaming with excitement. "It foretells the coming of a great queen, one who will unite the kingdom and bring peace to the land." Oma's heart raced as she realized the prophecy was speaking of her. She felt a surge of determination and purpose, knowing that she was destined for greatness. "I am ready to fulfill my destiny," Oma declared, her voice firm and resolute. Somto nodded, a small smile on his face. "Then let us begin your training, Dragon Princess. The fate of the kingdom depends on it." Oma's training began at dawn the next day. Somto took her to a secluded valley deep in the mountains, where the air was crisp and the skies were clear. The golden dragon taught her how to harness her powers, how to breathe fire, and how to fly. At first, Oma struggled to control her abilities. She stumbled and faltered, her flames sputtering out in weak puffs. But Somto was patient, guiding her with gentle encouragement. Slowly, Oma's skills improved, her flames growing stronger and her flights more graceful. Somto was impressed. As the days passed, Oma's confidence grew. She learned to sense the emotions of those around her, to read the intentions of others. Somto taught her how to defend herself, how to summon the ancient magic that flowed through her veins. One day, as they soared through the skies, Somto suddenly dove towards the ground, Oma following close behind. They landed with a thud, and Somto regarded her with a serious gaze. "Oma, your uncles will not give up easily. They will stop at nothing to claim the throne. You must be prepared to face them." Oma's heart raced as she nodded, determination burning within her. She knew that the road ahead would be treacherous, but with Somto by her side, she felt ready to face whatever lay in store.